Bitcoin is right now consolidating in this triangle formation and will most likely see a breakout today, guys. So there will be a trading opportunity today. In today's video, we are going to have a look at the shorter term price action of Bitcoin. We are going to have a look at the targets of this formation, but I also want to have a look at the general markets overall. I want to have a look at the derivatives exchange data. We are going to have a look at the CME chart, at the money that is in crypto right now, regular financial markets, and we are going to have a look at some altcoins as well, guys. So make sure that you drop a thumbs up, that you watch this video till the end, because this will be some golden alpha information that you most likely have not heard on other channels. And it's also not all going to be bullish, which everyone is talking about. So let's jump straight into it, guys. First of all, short-term time frame for the traders. This is a triangle formation, and if we do break out to the upside, we can see a nice rally, maybe up to roughly 35.7, maybe even 36,000 US dollars. That would be the potential upside of this target formation. Do take in mind we are very early in this price action, so eventually this could also still be, for example, like a bull flag where we do come down and set some low right here. Because we are very early in this formation, it's very difficult to say whether this is right now really a triangle formation, but so far it looks like, and we can only use the price action that we already see, right? So that is quite interesting. Normally a triangle formation has a higher likelihood to break out in the direction that it came from. So it came from an uptrend, it has a higher likelihood to break out to the upside. So that is all fun and games. Guys, let's go to the derivatives exchange data, because there things are getting actually pretty interesting, because the market conditions right now that we are seeing in Bitcoin, I gotta be honest, are very, very weird. And maybe they are weird because we are transitioning right now to a bull market, which means that a lot of warning signals can be thrown in the trash, right? But when the market conditions would be regular, or the market conditions from the past year, then the signals that we are seeing on derivatives exchange data is slightly warning us right now. Why? We have the funding rates going up. As you can see right here, you can also make a line out of this, which makes it easier to recognize the trend, right? This is all on willportal.com. This is in an uptrend, the funding rates. We can see the premium index giving quite high values right here with the shadow, but especially the bars are showing that we have positive premium index right here. That is a potential topping sign. Why? Because the previous time this was green, it was a short-term top. Here it was green, it was a short-term top. Here it was green, afterwards we dumped. Here we had some green moments. Not all, I have to be honest, not all of the green moments are signaling a top, so that is important to note. But we do have quite a bit of examples right here. Fear and greed index right now is at greedy territory. Sentiment is very bullish, right? So in normal market conditions, sentiment is bullish. Premium index is green, which means that price is driven by derivatives platforms, and we're seeing the funding rates going up, which means more and more people are longing. In regular market conditions, normally this can put selling pressure on the price of Bitcoin. However, guys, and that is the important question right now, and I want to hear your opinion about that too. If Bitcoin is entering that acceleration phase of the bull market, all these signals can be thrown out of the window, because we are seeing in a bull market positive funding, price just goes up. Same as we are seeing in a bear market, negative funding, price just goes down. So this is very important to note. Are we right now, right before the acceleration phase in a bull market, or are we actually very close to a short-term or mid-term top in the price? Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And if you haven't dropped a like on today's video, make sure to drop a like. If you are new, make sure to subscribe. We are looking at so much different data sets than the regular analysts, so that's also what makes this channel very unique. But this was the derivatives exchange data. Then I want to bring you to the following attention, and that is the CME gap. So we had a CME gap above us at 35,000 US dollars. We actually just came up and filled that CME gap, as you can see right here. So far we got some selling pressure from that CME gap, and the bearish stance would be is we have a CME gap below us at 20k, and it is very difficult to imagine Bitcoin going to 20k to fill that gap. it is very difficult to imagine that right now. However, statistically, almost all of these gaps are getting filled. So if you just look at this statistically, it has a high likelihood to eventually get filled, right? And it's very difficult or very hard to imagine right now. And like I said, guys, maybe it is different, and maybe we first have a full-blown bull market right here where we just like go to maybe 50 or 60k, right, have an early top, and then in that longer bear market we do fill that CME gap later on with a 16-year cycle theory. That is a possibility, but that we are sooner or later in the future are going to fill that gap, the likelihood is just quite high, but it doesn't necessarily is a guarantee. That's also important to note. Maybe this time is different, right? Maybe it is really different with the BlackRock spot ETF and all the new liquidity that can come into the crypto space, pumping up the price. Maybe this time is different, guys, but maybe it's also not different. Maybe BlackRock already bought all of their Bitcoin before they announced anything that they're gonna do something with Bitcoin, right? Maybe they already accumulated, and was this rally mostly because of them? Because when we have a look at this chart, and this is the total crypto market cap, then we can see that we still don't have that much new money coming in yet. We are still at the highs where we were when Bitcoin was trading at $32,000. So the market cap right here, guys, the market cap right here is the same as the market cap of crypto right here. The only difference is that the market cap is more concentrated on Bitcoin, which creates that this Bitcoin price is actually going up, right? But the market cap, the total amount of money in the markets, is actually the same. So that is also an interesting point. We do get a nice breakout on the relative strength index, so that can be an early signal that this thing is breaking out to the upside as well. So that is definitely something to watch. Often we are seeing the relative strength index breaking out earlier than the price chart, so that would be great if this thing breaks out to the upside. We definitely can get another very big push in the Bitcoin price. Why is that? Because we are actually having some resistance right here, but we also have a very important Fibonacci level right here, the 38.20%, and we got the horizontal level, which means that if we do break out to the upside, we can quite quickly go to these levels. That is the next Fibonacci level, and that would bring the price of Bitcoin to $38,000. So that is again another like 4k jump. That is definitely possible. So that is interesting as well. Then another thing I want to mention, guys, and this is also pretty interesting, is the regular financial markets, right? A lot of things are possible with this chart right now, but basically we did saw a breakdown below the 200-day moving average, and generally speaking, depending how it is going to look in the next coming days, this is a bearish signal, especially because we lost the support of this rising channel, right? This eventually can result in a fake out, which means that we do have like a breakdown, we break back above the 200-day, and then we just start to rally, break out, and go up. That's possible. That's definitely possible, and that would be insanely bullish for the crypto market as well. However, if this chart is going to show more weakness, which we already see a little bit today in the ESP mini futures or the S&P 500 E mini futures, we just have to be a little bit aware of this, as this chart is just very... Yeah, this chart is a little bit scary because we have such high interest rates, which means that money is becoming more scarce, right? Money is becoming more expensive. We can see the evidence of that in the DXY. The DXY is right now going up as well, quite strongly actually. This is also something a lot of people didn't expect. We do form like a triangle formation right here, but the former resistance acting as support. We do get quite a bounce on the DXY, so also interesting how that is going to turn out, and very interesting how this is going to turn out, because it is a crazy situation, of course, if we would see the S&P 500 breaking down and going more into a panic phase with the war and stuff going on. The DXY maybe have that last rally to the resistance, which can come along with a big correction in the S&P 500, and Bitcoin just holding. or Bitcoin even rallying. That would be a very unique situation and something that we haven't really seen before. We haven't seen really before that Bitcoin is completely decoupled from the S&P 500. Sometimes we do have a delay in both of them, so Bitcoin goes first and then the S&P follows, or maybe the S&P goes first and then Bitcoin follows. There can always be some weeks of time gap between them. That is possible, but in generally they both serve as a risk on asset, and therefore they are also highly correlated with each other. So that is also something to watch. So guys, we have this situation right now where Bitcoin is at a resistance, where the sentiment is very euphoric, where correlated charts are still having some doubts, right? So I do think that it is nice to be bullish. It is nice that Bitcoin broke above all these key levels, and we have seen a lot of strength in Bitcoin. I'm not going to deny that, but right here we might have to take a little step back and see what's going on, or be a little bit careful, not jumping too much into the FOMO, right? But maybe when we do see another break of this resistance in the total free market cap, which means that basically new money is entering the space, then that can be more of a sign, okay, yeah, we really have a different market condition, and we're most likely really not going to follow the S&P 500. Because if we just have a look at the fundamentals of the economy, that's also why the S&P 500 is going down, is because we have an increase in funding rates, right? We have an increase in funding rates, which is shrinking the monetary supply, and the Federal Reserve ain't buying new assets. So we have a decline in the Fed balance sheet. We have a kind of decline or stagnation in the M2 money supply, and that causes an increase in interest rates, and that causes selling pressure on the regular financial market. So we can see it right here as well. We do have interest rates going up, right? And we do see already that once it's going up and once we are topping out, we do have some selling pressure right here. But later, when we do see a rolling over of the interest rates, we do see that we have quite a big sell-off, and that was March 2020. And I guess we all know what happened back then. But right now, the interest rates, they went way higher than we were in March 2020. They actually came that high, as high right now as when the dot-com bubble popped in 2007, or actually first the housing market, 2007-8. And yeah, the dot-com bubble had a little bit higher interest rates. But you can see how high these interest rates are basically. So this is quite serious, guys. So that's also... If we do see a rally, you also have to ask yourself the question, how far could that rally go with such high interest rates? Because it is a unique situation. Let me call it like that. And I'm very curious about your opinion, guys. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this. But this just basically shows that money is becoming more expensive. It's more difficult to get money, right? Well, when the interest rates are down, money is easy. A lot of money is being pumped into a lot of different things with stimulus checks and so forth. Money is being borrowed. Money is coming into the economy. So there is a higher flow of money, which means more money is flowing to the regular financial markets as well. So yeah, guys, that is very interesting. So I want to be a little bit careful on Bitcoin, as we are running into some resistance right here. We have the horizontal resistance that we are running in. We have this channel, which is former support, maybe turning into resistance. We have a potential rising wedge right here. We have on the derivatives exchange data, we do have like euphoric sentiment or like greedy sentiment. The funding rates go up and the premium index went positive. I do really want to clarify, guys, if Bitcoin really enters an acceleration phase of the bull market, and if there really is a lot of liquidity going to enter the markets, warning signals don't really matter. They don't really matter. So I would also say, if you're not positioned at all in Bitcoin, if you have literally nothing, then yeah, you might want to get some exposure right now just to have a position, right? But if you have like already a big allocation and you want to FOMO right here, or you have a zero allocation and you want to FOMO 100% right here, I personally would not do that. Even though we can shoot higher to 38, the risk to reward right here with all the signals that we are seeing is getting is just looking less good than when we are in a certain period in the market where there is a lot of panic, where there is a lot of fear, and that you then can go against your emotions and say like, okay, now I'm going to put my chips in on the table. So, but yeah, maybe in hindsight it's wrong. Maybe we just break above this resistance and we pump today or tomorrow to $40,000. That is definitely possible. I think the first sign will be right here in total 3. This chart, because this chart will show us whether we can break that resistance and whether new money will enter or not. If that's the case, then yeah, probably 40k can come pretty quickly. So that's going to be very interesting, guys. Let me know. I'm very curious what you think, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Also, guys, there are some very nice charts setting up right now, especially after Bitcoin rallied. And we are seeing this often. Bitcoin starts to rally first, and then we are seeing money flowing into different assets. And yeah, we already saw some of that going to Chainlink, and this is a trade that we did over on Will Alerts, which is the private Telegram channel where we are posting trade setups and more information on the markets. This trade made a 50% profit in US dollar pair, but it also made a profit against Bitcoin, which was actually quite crazy. It also made like a 30% profit against Bitcoin. So it doesn't really matter if you measure your portfolio in USD or Bitcoin. This chart definitely outperformed. This was a beautiful trade. Right now trading at $11, guys. So that is very bullish. We also recently made this Dixie trade, which is slightly up right now, and not only in US dollars, but also in Bitcoin. We did that trade also over on Will Alerts, and I'm going to post in the next days. I'm going to post more setups because I'm seeing a lot of good setups. And yeah, if you want to know these setups, guys, if you maybe missed this Bitcoin rally and you're looking for some other setups, make sure to join Will Alerts. You can join basically for free by being an active trader on one of the exchanges that we are recommending below this video. So below this video we have like Bybit, BitGet and Phoenix. Well, I would recommend Bybit if you don't have Bybit yet. Create an account over on Bybit. Go to willportal.com right here. Then you click on Will Alerts. You can also basically click on this Bybit image. You can on Bybit get a deposit bonus up to $30,000. So you gotta sign up, like deposit a minimum of $100. So do your KYC too. Open your first trade. Once you completed these steps, you can just submit your user ID, email address, and Telegram handle. We will check it from our end, and if it's sufficient, you'll be put in the Will Alerts channel. We right now have roughly 50 members. So far all the calls that we have been doing over on Will Alerts has been very profitable. Most calls has been very profitable during the course of 2023. Also, we did some questionnaires with the members of Will Alerts who could have impact on what's going on with the Will Portal website. So we got, for example, a lot of notes. We got a lot of input from people that they wanted to have the CVD, the cumulative volume delta indicator on the website. And I can tell you already right now, guys, we are listening to your feedback, because later today the CVD will be added to the charts over on willportal.com. So if you then go to Pro Charts, you can also add the CVD, which is amazing. This is becoming a really good dashboard, guys. Your to-go-to dashboard for short-term Bitcoin trading, but also mid-term, I would say. And yeah, very interesting also that we are seeing right now also all these signals over on Bitcoin. Guys, make sure to join Will Alerts. All the information is down below in the video. If you like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. If you are new, make sure to subscribe, guys. Hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. I want to wish every single one of you a very beautiful day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video. Bye-bye.